Have you ever felt like your life swings between extremes? Some days you're completely overloaded with work, study, messages, and obligations. Other days you collapse into scrolling, binge watching, or avoiding everything. You promise yourself, from tomorrow I'll be perfectly disciplined, and then a week later you're burned out again. Deep inside you might wonder, is there a way to live that isn't all or nothing? Is there a path that feels steady, balanced, and kind to my own heart? Welcome to Buddha's Path. Learn and practice Buddhism. A place where we explore the Buddha's teachings gently and clearly, and learn how to bring them into our everyday modern lives. Imagine someone named Lynn. She's a university student and also working part-time. During exam season, she goes into what she calls beast mode. She sleeps very little, drinks too much coffee, studies late into the night, and ignores her friends and family. She tells herself, I have to push as hard as possible, no rest until I finish. For a few days, it seems to work. She gets a lot done. But soon her mind feels foggy, her body gets sick, and she loses motivation. After exams, she swings to the other extreme. She spends hours in bed on her phone, skips her meditation, avoids planning, and tells herself, I deserve it. I don't care about anything right now. When the new semester starts, she feels guilty, unprepared, and stressed. She lives in a cycle of overworking and collapsing, trying to control everything and then giving up completely. Lynn is not alone. Many of us live this way, in our studies, our jobs, our relationships, even in our spiritual practice. We move between self-indulgence and self-punishment, between perfectionism and apathy. The Buddha saw this pattern in his own time and offered a radical, compassionate alternative, the middle way. Before his awakening, the Buddha himself tried extremes. He grew up with comfort and luxury, surrounded by pleasures. Then, seeking truth, he swung to the opposite side, practicing severe self-denial, extreme fasting, harsh disciplines, pushing his body to the edge of death. In the end, he realized that neither extreme brought true freedom. Sensual indulgence chained the mind to desire. Harsh self-torture weakened the body and clouded the mind. Sitting under the Bodhi tree, he chose a different path, one of balance, clarity, and wisdom. This he called the middle way. The middle way is often described as the path between two extremes of self-indulgence and self-mortification. But it's more than just a compromise or a moderate lifestyle. In simple language, the middle way is living in a way that supports clarity and compassion, without being pulled by extreme habits, beliefs, or emotions. It is not about never enjoying anything, and it is not about ignoring effort and discipline. It is about asking, in each situation, what leads to less suffering and more understanding? Squeeze! And adjusting our actions accordingly. In our modern world, the middle way can be a powerful antidote to burnout, anxiety, and confusion. Think about work and study. One extreme is overworking, staying up too late, saying yes to everything, trying to prove your worth by how busy you are. The other extreme is avoidance, procrastinating, numbing out, refusing to face responsibilities. Both extremes create stress. The middle way might look like this. You commit to steady, realistic effort each day, take breaks before your mind is completely exhausted, and give yourself permission to rest without guilt when it is time to rest. You neither worship productivity nor run away from it. You learn to relate to your tasks with awareness. The same applies to social media. One extreme is constant checking, your mind always reaching for stimulation, comparing, reacting. The other extreme is harshly cutting everything off, but feeling angry, isolated, or superior. A middle way could be setting clear boundaries. Perhaps you use social media at certain times, for a limited duration, and with intention. What am I looking for right now? Connection, information, or just escape? When you notice it's no longer helpful, you gently put the phone down. Not because social media is evil or perfect, but because you are learning to take care of your attention. In relationships, the extremes might be clinging and avoidance. One side, losing yourself completely in another person. expecting them to fix all your loneliness and fear. The other side, closing your heart, refusing to trust, keeping everyone at a distance. Both lead to pain. The middle way in relationships means caring deeply while accepting impermanence, being honest while staying kind, being close without losing your own center. You neither demand perfection from others nor shut down your capacity to love. Even in spiritual practice, we can fall into extremes. Sometimes we try to be perfect Buddhists, forcing ourselves to meditate for long hours, judging every mistake, comparing ourselves to some ideal image of enlightenment. At other times, we abandon practice altogether and say, "It's too hard, it's not for me." The middle way here means practicing regularly but kindly. Steady effort, gentle discipline, and acceptance that growth takes time. Some days your mind is calm, some days it is restless. You keep walking anyway. How can you bring the middle way into your life in a simple, practical way? One very simple practice is to regularly ask yourself, right now, am I in an extreme? You can pause during the day, at your desk, on the bus, before bed, and honestly check, am I pushing myself too hard? Am I completely giving up? Am I drowning in pleasure? Am I denying any joy at all? You do not need to criticize yourself. Just noticing is powerful. If you sense an extreme, you can gently ask, what would the middle way look like in this moment? Maybe it means closing your laptop and taking a short walk. Maybe it means finally starting that task you've been avoiding. Maybe it means saying no to one more commitment or saying yes to a small act of kindness for yourself. Another practice is the 3-breath reset. When you feel pulled to an extreme, whether it's the urge to overwork, to binge on entertainment, to say something hurtful, or to withdraw completely, stop for 3 natural breaths. Feel the air entering and leaving your body, your chest rising and falling. During those breaths, silently say to yourself, may I find the middle way in this. Then, after those 3 breaths, choose one small action that feels a little more balanced than what you were about to do. You don't have to be perfectly balanced. You just need to lean slightly toward wisdom. Over time, these small adjustments create a new pattern. Life will still bring joy and sadness, success and failure, praise and blame. But you will not be thrown around quite as violently by every change. You will begin to feel like you are walking on a path, not sliding between extremes. There is a quiet strength in that, a sense of stability that does not depend on everything going exactly your way. As you listen to these words, you might imagine calm images, a simple path winding between green hills, a person sitting in meditation with soft light around them, someone pouring tea slowly in a quiet room, people laughing gently together after a long day. The middle way is not dramatic or flashy. It is often gentle, steady, and humble. But that is exactly why it is so powerful. It is a way of living that you can sustain, not just for one intense week, but for a lifetime. The Buddha walked this middle way and showed that it leads to deep freedom. We may still be far from full awakening, but every time we step away from extremes and choose a more balanced response, we are walking in his footsteps. There is a well-known teaching from the Buddha that captures this spirit. Avoid evil, cultivate good, purify the mind. This is the teaching of all Buddhas. Simple words, but if we follow them in a balanced way, they point us directly toward the middle way and toward the end of suffering. If this reflection on the middle way has brought you even a small sense of clarity or peace, I warmly invite you to continue this journey with us. Please, like this video, share it with anyone who might be struggling with extremes in their own life, and subscribe to Buddha's Path. Learn and practice Buddhism so that together we can spread the wisdom of the Dharma and gently nurture peace and compassion in ourselves and in the world.